Good, happy Monday evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to Business News. Let's get started. Let's take a look at your stock market. The Dow Jones went up in the green at 17,804.87. S&P 500 also went up in the green at 208.3.25. And NASDAQ also closed in the green and went up at 4837.21. Stocks rally as Brixton concerns dim down. Dow gains over 100 points. Let's take a look at a video.
You said watch oil and watch the 2100 line on the S&P.
And we got the 2100, and that's so far where they've stopped for today. They're actually in the middle of a little bit of a resistance band between 2097 and 2103. And I think we're going to be very interested to see what the market does now that Europe is closed. Will it continue to concentrate primarily on oil, or will it begin to have some second thoughts? Now, it's a little deceptive, the Brexit vote, because in honor of the assassination, they suspended all campaigning. So the fact that the Remain picked up strength on the assassination of a pro-Remain member of Parliament makes some sense. You could see some empathy there, but I'd like to see what the polls look like by Wednesday when the campaigning starts again. And critically, we have Janet Yellen tomorrow.
That's right.
And she's got a Fed that has lost a great deal of credibility here. And it's going to be critical to see. And I think we'll know early. If she's going to address that, she's pretty much going to have to do it in the prepared testimony. So we'll know in the first 10 minutes or so.
Art, how confident are you that the polls we see on Wednesday are going to reflect any sentiment beyond what we saw right after the unfortunate assassination of Joe Cox? Will there have been enough time for any sort of rebalancing in opinion to have occurred?
Yeah, I think there will. I think the 2 days that they, or 2.5 days that they suspended campaigning, worked in favor of the Remain, because while they were not heavily campaigning, all of the media outlets, in talking about her demise, mentioned that she was a strong proponent of Remain. So that would extract a kind of empathetic feel from the voters, I think. Secondarily, the Prime Minister, while he didn't campaign, managed to tweet a connection to some of Joe Cox's positions on Remaining. So I think to put it on a more level playing field, we'll know by Wednesday.
And you mentioned Janet Yellen in her testimony. We'll hear from her twice this week, before each House of Congress, I guess. And this all, this vote on Thursday is part of the reason why I guess they paused. They didn't do anything last week when, a couple of weeks before that, it seemed as though they would be raising interest rates after all.
And that's why I expect one of the senators tomorrow will say, okay, Chairman Yellen, tell us, if the British people vote to Remain on Thursday, how high does that lift the chance of a rate move? And it'll be a very specific question. We'll see if she gives it a specific answer.
But you think that's partly why they've lost credibility here, because they sort of set markets up and everybody up for another rate hike, and now you've got folks saying maybe there's not going to be another one, period.
They have been all over the lot. The Fed predictions of economic changes have been dead wrong. They missed by a mile. They've really lost credibility. The flip-flopping, and you see Mr. Bullard of the St. Louis Fed, who was a nominal hawk, is now talking about one rate hike between now and the end of 2018. I mean, that's a lot more dovish than even I sounded. So we'll see where they go.
Okay, and that does it for business news right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday evening. Good night, everyone. Bye.